Hello, today I want to talk about 6 easy ways to increase your sales. And when we talk about marketing, we tend to really focus on the first 2 areas, but there's a third metric that kind of gets forgotten about. And that metric can really help you increase your sales time again and again and again. So today we are going to talk about these different stages and the third metric that you should really be paying attention to increase your sales every single day. My name is Sablin and this is Golden Mailer. We are all about helping small business find affordable and effective advertising, and we do that through the Local Buzz Savings Magazine. So if you are looking to increase new leads over here in the East Bay, give us a call. We are here to help. Let's talk about your marketing. So when we think about marketing, a lot of times we think about the number of leads that are coming in, the number of impressions that you're seeing. I hear this a lot, especially with online. Everyone's saying, well, I got X amount of impressions. That is great, but there is so much more that you want to focus on versus just the number of impressions or the number of website visits you get. You want to track it all the way through. So we want to look at the number of leads that are coming in, or if you're on a website, the number of impressions. You want to know how many of those leads turn into opportunities. So with anything that has to do with print or that's tangible, a lot of times people pick up the phone and they give you a call. Or what we're finding more and more is actually they bypass the phone, find your ad in our magazine and go straight to your website. And they actually will fill out a form on your website. So that would be called a lead capturing. That is a lead turning into an opportunity. They are expressing interest in your product and service. The third thing that you really want to focus about in your marketing campaign is the number of close ratios that you're getting. So you want to not only know how many people you're targeting, how many of those targeted leads are turning into opportunities, and how many of those opportunities are turning into sales. And that third one is the one that a lot of people tend to kind of forget about. They focus on the impressions and the number of opportunities that they get. But to really understand your marketing as a whole, you have to really know how many of those opportunities are turning into sales. So let's break it down even further. There are 6 stages. In understanding each one of these 6 stages will help you increase your sales because they incorporate these 3 areas of your marketing: the leads coming in, turning into opportunities, and closing sales. So let's take a look at stage 1. If you build it, they will come. Meaning when you start up your business, what do you need? You need leads, you need customers. So stage 1 is really getting your name out there. It is running that ad in your local magazine. It is doing a Facebook ad. It is putting together your Yelp profile and your Google My Business profile. It's really trying to get your name seen in as many places as possible. And this is where, if you're working online, you hear the word impression. Your Facebook ad got X amount of impressions. This is a really tricky thing to think about because impressions are great, but what's better than an impression? The number of people who pick up the phone or fill out the form and become opportunities. What is an opportunity? It's someone who is actively interested in your product right now. So stage number 2 is the time is now. Meaning it is so important in this fast-paced world. When people submit a form or they call you, they want to talk to you right now. They want you to call them back. They want you to pick up that phone. And I get it. It is hard, especially if you're out in the field and doing your work. You don't want to take your way from the billable clients that you're working with right now. So it is important that if you have a web contact form or a voicemail and you know that you're not going to get back to your customers or your potential leads until a certain time, make sure you let them know that on your voicemail. Make sure they know that you return phone calls Monday through Friday between X time and X time. Same thing when they submit a web form. You can do the same notice saying, thank you for your form. I will contact you within these business hours. Another idea is that you can hire a virtual assistant. Either have someone come into your office, or you can hire someone who works specifically with your type of industry to help set up appointments. All good ideas. Stage number 3 is make sure you have a script. So when someone calls in, you want to find the right flow of how to ask them their specific questions. Whether you're the business owner or you have someone answering their phones, people are going to have very common questions that they are going to ask when they call you. What is it you provide? How much? What is it you do? Even in our company, we have scripts. I have one that's sitting right here by my desk so that when I answer the phones, I know exactly how to answer leads' questions. And I've been doing this for 20 years, but I still find it helpful to have a script nearby when someone calls in that is a lead. Stage number 4 is know your competitors. Once again, consumers like choice. When they're calling you, they're also probably calling a few of your competitors. So make sure to know what makes you stand apart. Make sure to ask the questions to your potential customer, to your potential client, that they didn't even know that they wanted to ask. And the best way of doing that is knowing your competitors. So stage 5, here is important. This is where I see a lot of my clients fall off in the marketing spectrum. They are very good about getting their phones to ring, and they're very good about answering the phone calls and returning them in a timely fashion. However, it feels really salesy to follow up with your leads. But guess what? If you're in the business, that is what you are part of. You're part of a salesperson, and part of a salesperson is closing those leads. And a lot of time when people call you after that first time, they're just calling to get information. It's your job to pick up that phone and follow up with them. And if you don't want to come off sounding salesy, here's a trick that I tell my team. Call them and just see if they have any other questions. That's not a sales question. That's a general human to human, I am here to help. Make sure that when you do follow up, if they did go with your competitor, find out why. And I know this is a hard one to do, but I promise you it will help you in your business. Was it because of pricing? Did they offer something that you did not offer? Was it? There's so many reasons that it can be. So make sure you ask when you follow up. If they chose to go with your competitor, just say, hey, do you mind me asking why? You'll be surprised how people will answer. Our next stage is retargeting. So this is our 6th and final stage. This is where I see a lot of our clients who are really good with picking up their phones and having a script, knowing their competitors. Just like the follow-up, having a system set in place to be able to retarget your clients or your leads who did not go with you. Just because they didn't sign up today doesn't mean that they may not be ready in 30 days, 60 days, or 90 days. And because they reached out to you and because you had that really lovely interaction, they're more likely to buy from you next time, especially if you're offering another product or service that they didn't need the first time you called. Maybe they called you because they wanted gutter cleanings, but now it's springtime and you're doing window cleaning. And guess what? They're in the need for a window cleaner and they didn't even know it. And because you contacted them before any other means, before they even looked, they're more than likely to get signed up with you first. So let's review those 6 stages really quick. And then we're going to talk about what to do next and how to put this into play. So stage number 1, make sure you're getting your name out there in multiple different areas to find out what works well for you to get those phones ringing. Stage number 2, take the time to answer those phone calls and those contact informations right away. Time is of the essence. Stage 3 is make sure you have a script when you are answering those phone calls or you're having someone answer those phone calls to help get the important information, name, phone number, and how is it that you can help them. Stage number 4 is make sure you know your competitors. This is going to help you with stage number 3 and being able to ask those right questions. Stage number 5 is make sure to follow up. Follow up and follow up. It might take 2 or 3 phone calls or emails to see how everything is going. People's lives are busy, and it's your job to make sure that you follow up to see if they have any other questions or if they're interested. And then our last stage, stage number 6, is putting together a marketing campaign, whether it's follow up with phone calls, an email message, whatever is in your budget and in your wheelhouse to do, but retarget them. See if they're interested in the same services that they called about every 90 days. Maybe you have a new service that they didn't even know about. Make sure you let them know. It's really important to stay in touch with those leads, because just because they didn't sign up the first time doesn't mean that they won't sign up a second time. So those are our 6 stages to help you close more leads. So what's next? You have all this information. How do you put it in play? Well, it is a numbers game. We talked about it. You want to know how many leads are coming in. So start tracking that information. Out of those leads that are coming in, what you want to know is, where is that lead coming from? Is it from your local Buzz Savings magazine? Is it from your Facebook ad? Is it from a pay-per-click ad that you're doing? It's important to know where the leads are coming in from. Then the second thing you want to know is, out of those leads that come in, how many of those turn into opportunities? How many of those are interested in your product and service and want to learn more? The third thing you want to know is, how many of those do you close? I can't tell you the number of clients that I had talked to who said, oh, I thought this ad campaign was doing really well because I got so many opportunities from it. But as I dug deeper, I realized that I actually closed less of those opportunities. Or vice versa. I've heard people tell me, oh my goodness, I didn't get very many leads from your magazine, but once I started digging in deeper, your magazine produced more sales than any other advertising that we did. So just because you're getting a lot of leads, it doesn't mean that you're necessarily closing all those leads or that they're good quality leads. So keep an eye on not only the number of leads, the number of opportunities, but the number of sales. That's where the magic happens. The numbers don't lie. Keep track of those numbers, and then every month fine-tune what you're doing. What you're going to find out is, do you need more leads coming in? Do you need a better lead to opportunity conversion? Do you need another opportunity to sales conversion? Is there something you can do? Can you pull money away from one program and put it to another program that's working? Let your numbers guide you to make your sales stronger. If you have any questions, give us a call. We are here to help. Not only do we want to help you advertise in the local Buzz Savings magazine, but we love marketing and we love talking about marketing. So if you have questions, call us. We are happy to do a free marketing consultation, and we'll chat your ear off of what we know and what's working. It's one of our favorite topics here. Have a wonderful day. Talk to you soon. Bye.